Hello guys, this is Divya and I'm back with another episode of Plums Prelims Level Up MCQ series. And today we're going to start environment MCQs for the month of February. So the first MCQ, guys, consider the following statements regarding air pollution and health effects. First statement: prolonged exposure to high levels of particulate matter PM 2.5 can lead to respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. Second statement: nitrogen dioxide is primarily emitted from industrial processes and vehicular exhaust, contributing to the formation of smog and respiratory issues. Third, sulfur dioxide emissions primarily arise from the combustion of fossil fuels and can exacerbate respiratory conditions such as asthma and bronchitis. Fourth statement: ground level ozone, a key component of smog, can trigger respiratory problems and worsen existing lung conditions. Which of the statements given above are correct? So options are A 1, 2, 3, options B 1, 3 and 4, option C 2, 3 and 4, and option D 1, 2 and 4. Let us now see the answer for this question, guys. Answer is B. Okay, that is 1, 3 and 4. So the statement 2 is wrong. So first statement, particulate matter 2.5 particles are small enough to penetrate into the deep into the lungs and bloodstream, and this causes various pulmonary diseases and other health issues as well. Second statement, nitrogen oxide is indeed emitted from it is indeed emitted from the industrial processes and vehicular exhaust, but it directly it cannot harm the environment in the direct manner. What it does is it mainly contributes to the formation of nitrogen oxides, okay, other oxides, and this can react with other compounds in the atmosphere to form the smog. Like nitrogen dioxide itself is not a primary component of smog, okay, it forms other oxides of nitrogen and then it cause the trouble. Now that's why the second statement is wrong. The third statement regarding sulfur dioxide is emitted from burning fossil fuels, primarily coal, and can use respiratory issues can cause respiratory issues when inhaled. Ground level ozone is formed through the reaction of nitrogen oxides, okay, and then volatile organic compounds VOCs in the presence of sunlight. It can irritate respiratory system and exacerbate the respiratory conditions such as asthma. Second MCQ, which of the following statements best captures the ecological role of mangrove forests? Option A, mangrove forests serve as breeding ground for various species of marine life including fish and crustaceans. Option B, mangrove forest acts as natural barriers against coastal erosion and storm surges, protecting inland areas from flooding and damage. Option C, mangrove forests play a crucial role in regulating the global carbon cycle by sequestering large amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Option D, mangrove forests contribute to the purification of water bodies by filtering pollutants and excessive nutrients. So now let's see the answer for this. Answer is B. Okay, so the mangroves, as we know, though all these things, all these functions are served by mangroves, but the main function of the mangroves is to they act as the natural barriers against the coastal erosion and storm surges. That's why we see the deep penetrating roots which are very, very strong. And the ecological role of mangrove forest is this one, okay. So primary role of mangroves, it protects the inland areas from flooding and damage by stabilizing coastal sediments and reducing the force of waves and tidal currents. That's why we see it near deltas, because there is abundant water there. In order to protect the soil, we need such mangrove plants there, and they act as the buffer zone between land and sea, providing crucial protection from coastal communities and ecosystems, right? So that's how important mangroves are. MCQ number 3, which of the following organizations is responsible for the compilation and analysis of nationally determined contributions submitted by the countries as a part of the Paris Agreement. And you should be knowing that NDCs came after because of which of these conferences, or you can say agreements, is the result of which agreement. So let's see the options. A, World Meteorological Organization, WMO. B, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC. C, Climate Action Network. Option D, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC. Right? So let us see the answer for this question, guys. Answer is D, UNFCCC, that is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, is responsible for overseeing the implementation of Paris Agreement. So as part of this role, the UNFCCC compiles and analyzes nationally determined contributions which are submitted by countries, including their measures they have taken, like emission reduction targets, climate change plans, and this climate action tracker. Right? So this question was also asked in one of your prelims, right? Now, which organization oversees the carbon disclosure project? This is an initiative that encourages companies and cities to disclose their environmental impacts and strategies for reducing carbon emissions, right? Options are A, WWF, that is World Wildlife Fund. B, United Nations Development Program, UNDP. C, Water Resources Institute, WRI. And D, Environmental Defense Fund. Right? So let us see the answer for this question as well. Answer is C. So WRI, World Resources Institute, oversees the Carbon Disclosure Project. It is an initiative that encourages companies and cities to disclose their environmental impacts and strategies for reducing carbon emissions. The CDP aims to bring transparency and accountability in environmental reporting to facilitate climate action and sustainability efforts. Final MCQ, guys. So which of the following agricultural practices is associated with the highest emissions of greenhouse gases? Okay, so we are talking about which has the highest emissions. Okay, which causes the highest emission here. So options are A, coffee cultivation, B, soybean cultivation farming, C, potato cultivation, or D, cattle ranching. So which of these causes the highest emission of GHGs? Let us now see the answer, guys. So answer is B, soybean farming. Okay, and you can definitely expect such questions in prelims. Okay, you might be thinking, how can we learn cultivation of which crop can cause what? But yes, we have been getting such questions in our prelims, so you have to prepare, right, accordingly. So soybean farming, particularly in regions where land is cleared through deforestation, contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation releases carbon stored in trees into the atmosphere, while agricultural practices such as tilling and fertilization release methane and nitrous oxide. Okay, and therefore soybean farming is associated with high emissions of greenhouse gases. So with this, we have completed today's MCQs. We'll meet in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much, and please keep practicing and do read further about these questions, right?